and welcome back. I'm super happy that you're here today. Today we are on Fox Grove and we are going to be working on another speed build here on my channel. We are going to be creating a cider mill that's just off of the residential neighborhood that I built in a previous speed build. If you haven't seen that yet, I'll go ahead and link it above so that you can check it out. But you can see how this particular area connects into the area that we had just finished. And it also has the secret beach as well. And I was kind of thinking about making sort of like a shipping area for Red. You can see I have a ton of items put out. I was trying to be as prepared as possible and I still had to go back and get things. So I was thinking that maybe Red would come in his ship and pick up all of the produce and all of the cider and just kind of ship it to other islands and things like that. Maybe he has reformed his life and he's no longer selling shoddy art. He's selling veggies and fruits and cider, which is, we're proud of him. That's a noble cause. So I'm just laying down the path here, and I did speed this up quite a bit because I feel like the path laying process takes so long. As you can see, for every one tile that I put down, I have to erase one or two because I can just never figure out where it's going to go. So if you guys have any tips for that, definitely put them in the comments below, because by the time I finish doing an area like this, I am over it, to say the least. So I did want there to be a more natural path leading directly to this secret beach, and then you'll see later that this is sort of hidden by the actual area. And then I had to stop and chat with Pearl because she wanted to give me a new nickname, and I thought Tater Tot was pretty fitting. So we went with that. And right now I'm just starting to build where I want the actual cider mill stalls to go, and I wanted it to have sort of a roof-like backdrop, so I went with the loft beds. And then I'm thinking that maybe they are also selling I don't know, cider slushies. I don't know if that's a thing, but that sounds really delicious, and if it's a thing, I kind of want one. And maybe I do know that there's hot cider, so maybe that's what's coming out of the espresso machine. And then I really wanted to use these cafe uniforms as workers that are working the stall. I just think that's really cute. I've never tried that on any of my islands before, but I've definitely seen people do that on lots of my island tours, and I do think that it gives a kind of a more realistic effect to the area, so I do like it. And I like the little pops of red as well. And then I'm using these cider and apple simple panel designs, which I think are so cute. And then I really wanted to place two of the panel designs, but I wasn't really sure how to do this where it didn't look super flat, so I kind of offset the other one, you can see, and then I use a barrel to kind of cover up the space. And I really do think that it kind of helps to, I don't know, just kind of add a nice frame around the stalls. If everything just goes straight out, I feel like it just doesn't look as nice to me for some reason. So I do think that the barrels were really necessary to kind of help to meld the space in between. And then I'm using these faded boards. These are quickly becoming one of my favorite custom designs. I've been using them all over the island. I kind of ended up with this design way later than the other ones, but I just think that it is so beautiful. And if you're interested in any of the custom designs that I'm using, they are in my card, which is always linked in my bio. And I do try to make sure that that's updated for every single speed build that I do, but I'm human and sometimes I might miss something. So if you do notice that a code is missing, please just let me know in the comments, or you can always DM me on Instagram or Twitter as well, and I'll make sure that it gets added for you. But right now I'm just adding all of the little details to this area. I really wanted there to be apples kind of scattered everywhere. You'll see me kind of drop them on the ground and on different boxes and things throughout the tour. Oh my goodness, throughout the speed build. And I just felt like that was sort of a realistic touch. And then I was imagining that they are probably selling the fruits and the cider. Unfortunately, there's nothing that really looks like cider in the game, so I just went for the infused fruit dispenser. So that's kind of the closest that we can get. And then I imagined that maybe they were selling some apple scented candles or something like that, so I threw that one in there too. But right now I am just kind of finishing this area. I really loved the look of this jail bar. As soon as I placed it, I was like, yes, this is it. It just adds so much height and dimension into the area, and it really helps to frame it so well. And then I just loved all the little pops of red, like the garbage can and the lantern. I had so much fun picking out red items from my inventory. There weren't that many. I feel like red is not typically my go-to color, but I actually had so much fun decorating with it in this particular area. And then I'm trying to map out where I want the trees to go. You'll notice that I pan the camera up quite often when I'm decorating. Hopefully that's not super annoying. I'm just trying to get an idea, like a feel of how the whole area is going to look. And I was kind of concerned that there wasn't going to be a lot of space for the trees without completely blocking all of the decorating that I just did. So I was trying to be really cognizant about where to place things. As you can see, I just kind of like run in circles, and I usually do that when I'm feeling like really, really stuck, because I'm maybe getting a little bit frustrated. So it's okay. Whoever said that decorating these areas was easy, straight up lied, because it's definitely not, and I definitely struggle like all of the time when I'm decorating my speed builds. So I'm just adding in even more little details. I felt like the windmill behind there was pretty cute and just kind of adds in that like farm rustic style feel. And then I decided to come back and finish laying the boards over here. I was kind of thinking at this point that I might make like a sitting area in front of the cider mill, because that's pretty realistic to what you might find in real life at a cider mill, a place for you to sit and talk and just like, drink your cider. So I was going to get ready to do that, and I thought that might be a great way to keep this area from being too blocked off from trees. At this point, I was pretty pleased with the kind of like diagonal line of trees that I have going on this right side here, and then I wanted to go ahead and place that cider mill sign, which I think is so, so cute. This is kind of my different take on an orchard. I know this is definitely still an orchard, but I don't know. I built an orchard on my previous island. I kind of just wanted to find a way to make it a little bit different, so I thought a cider mill would still be a great way to use fruit trees, but just maybe like slightly different than just a traditional orchard with all of the different fruit trees. And then now I am placing a place to sit here. I love the iron garden chairs. I'm gonna have to start diversifying and using other items, because these ones are definitely my go-tos. Hopefully in my next island I can pick a theme that's really, really different that will kind of force me to do that. But yeah, I definitely stick to some of my favorite items. And then I'm not quite sure why I switched this tree actually. Oh, I know why. I was running out of apple trees, and so I was trying to place like the baby apple trees where I already knew I wanted a tree to go. And then I'm placing the full-grown trees where I wasn't really sure if they would completely block that sort of background area. And so it's just kind of a way for me to sort of see how it's all going to fit together without time traveling, because I'm lazy. So you'll see I did place a mountain bike there, which is one of my favorite details to add to areas. I absolutely love the bike. I just think it gives it such a like lived in city feel. And then I really wanted there to be a picnic area somewhere here, because I do imagine that this would be a perfect place to go and sit outside and eat with your friends or your family. And I just think that that is just really sweet. I wish that I went on more picnics in real life, honestly. So I really, really love this brown check custom design. I think it looks so good with all of the dark tones that I used around the stall area, and I think the brown actually looks so good with all of the reds as well. And I was just trying to think of some cute things that I could put here. I feel like picnic design is definitely not my forte. I feel like I see people creating these absolutely gorgeous picnics, and I just really, really struggle with it. So I'm really doing a lot of trial and error here. I wanted to place the cardboard box just because I kind of felt like it filled in the area between the tree a little bit. And then my go-to has just been to drop apples everywhere, but I do think that they're really cute. And then I do go ahead and jump over here and just place this garden faucet really quick because I saw it in my inventory. I definitely hop around all of the time in my tours. And then the last thing I put on that picnic blanket was the ukulele, and I actually just realized I said island tours again. Oh my gosh. Speed builds. Oh my gosh, I'm just like on autopilot rambling, so if I say things that don't make sense, please forgive me. Oh my goodness, I need to go to sleep. But I'm just going ahead over here and placing some things around the silo. I just wanted this to look like a place where like maybe the workers are hanging out. And then I jump over here to the secret beach. And like I said earlier in the speed build, I really wanted Red to kind of be reformed and no longer selling pirated art. And he is now shipping out all of the produce and veggies and things like that from the island. So I just wanted there to be a lot of barrels here and boxes and just kind of look like sort of rustic, and I don't know, maybe like the people working at the cider mill are coming over here and they're setting the boxes so that they're ready for Red to pick up. And I don't know what the sock is all about. I just kind of thought it was a cute detail. I feel like, unfortunately, that's just something that happens. Like, I just be going places and finding random socks, like in parking lots and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that can be like a realistic little touch. And then I really wanted to actually utilize my rock space on this island. On previous islands, I built cliffs along the entire back edge of the island, and I never utilized all of these larger rocks. And so I really wanted to make that a goal for myself. So this area is not like super thought out. I might come back and switch out a few things. It's just kind of the things that I had in my pockets at the time, but I wanted this to be sort of a tucked away little reading area, maybe come to the cider mill and do a little bit of writing or working. And so I just kind of wanted it to be sort of tucked away. And then I connect this area with just a little bit of pathing here because I just think it kind of helps to fill the area out just a little bit. And I didn't want to add too many flowers in this area. I didn't want it to be like too busy, I guess. And I didn't think that it really made sense for an apple orchard to have tons and tons of flowers. So I tried to fill things up with that leaf custom design that I have and with the little dirt pathing as much as I could. And then I decided that there was too much empty space over here, and so I just go ahead and place another one of those tables, which I think it looks way better. I mean, you wouldn't go to a cider mill that only has 2 seats for people. That would be kind of goofy. And honestly, that's pretty much the whole speed build. I feel like it went by so quickly. It took me way longer in real life to do, but I'm going to leave you with some screenshots here of the area. And that's the finished cider mill. I really hope you guys enjoy this build. I had so much fun making this, and I think this might be one of my favorite areas on Foxgrove, but do let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you like Animal Crossing content like this, please do be sure to like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell to support me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye!